right? So attack pin, this is what it is, right? Here's a drill for it that we did, and we actually turned this into a pretty competitive drill, right? So what we did is we have two pop-ups right here, okay? This is the punt. This is the punt unit, right? This is the punt cover guy, and this is the PBR guy right here, okay? And all you're doing is you're pretty much having them lined up, right? Making sure that the PBR guy is not offsides, right? That's what coach is doing right here. And this punt guy, pretty much what we're telling him is, hey, you have to touch one of the two pop-ups. Either go left or go right. Doesn't matter. You can go either way, but you have to touch the pop-up, okay? So for the sake of this drill, guys, right, we don't know where the guy's blocking, okay? So it's kind of a disadvantage, but it's more competitive that way, all right? But if we wanted to make it to like, hey, you're always going right, we can do that, okay? But for the sake of this drill being a competitive drill, we didn't, okay? So pretty much, right, on ball key or coach's command, the punt guy's going, he touches the pop-up, right? We're trying to get hands-on. We're trying to attack pin him, trying to keep him in the box as long as we can, all right? If we feel like he kept him long enough, it's a win for the PBR unit. If the PBR guy doesn't do a great job and he free releases, then obviously it's a win for the punt unit. But again, we thought it was a pretty good competitive drill. Sometimes we did have a ball key. Sometimes we would have a manager with the ball on a stick right here, and we base off of that. And we would tell the PBR guy to show, hey, knee over toe, chest over knee, and showing your screws to the block point. And then getting back square into the drill. So again, here's a pretty good example right here, right? Gets his arm on, right? 1 second. That's pretty competitive right there. And all you need is that 1 second, right? Just 1 second is all you really need to help get a return going for your punt returner. All right, here's just an example without the pop-ups that we did. This is a little bit older. But you guys can notice the difference, right? Like now it's just like, okay, cool. The front line guy thinks that he can get a free release. Well, that's just coaching bad habits. He's not going to have that in a game. He's actually going to block in a game. So those pop-ups or even using two scout team guys there was definitely valuable for us moving forward. Just different angle, right? Does a great job of keeping square, right? Uses both hands, right? Gets him out of the box. He's already rerouted. Again, 1 second is all you need, right? All right, here's some game examples right here. If you look at number 32, should highlight him here pretty soon, right? Again, right, showing body language, right? I'm not really a big fan of his stance, right? But it's okay right now. Just pretty much focusing on the attack pin, right? That's a pretty good job, right? Holding him up right there, right? Pretty much turns into one arm now. He's going with him. He's going to stalk and sting it, right? It has a good finishing move at the end. Okay. But again, if you guys go back to the attack pin, I thought he did a really good job of stepping into his block and getting hands on initially. Again, all you need is that 1 second. Here's another example. Number 14 here on the right. That's Antonio Gibson. Again, he's confident, right? He knows where he's blocking. I mean, shoot, look at the front line guy. His helmet and his eyes are literally at him, right? Take advantage of the situation, and he does it, right? Gets both his hands on him, right? Attacks, pin him, right? And he's still behind the line of scrimmage, and the ball is punted. That's a win. It's a huge win. All right. This should be our corner right here. Okay, number 31. Again, you know where that bullet is blocking. He blocks inside, right? Our guy takes the first couple of steps, gets his hands on. There we go. Does a really good job with the block, stays on him, right? Now he's pretty much in trail position. It's a pretty decent cutoff. That guy was fast. 4.340, I think. I can't remember what the exact number was, but he was really fast. So, all right, here's another example, right? We knew that this defender right here, right, would block down on him. We coached it that week, right? Boom. Gets hands on the line of scrimmage right there, right? Ball's punted. That's a huge win for the punt return unit. This is an example from Penn State a couple years ago. And a couple of these guys do it on the left side right here. Again, I mean, it's pretty obvious. This guy's hips are open. We know where he's blocking. We know where he's blocking. We know where he's blocking. These guys are taking their steps like they're coming to block a punt. I don't really like their sell of it, right? I'd rather have them go full speed so they get the full collision, right? But nonetheless, it's an attack pin. They do their job.